Um, the mornings have been relatively awful, because these are the time of year that I would walk Rambo early in the morning and then late in the afternoon because it was cool. And that's what he could handle. I definitely couldn't walk him in the dead heat of 11 a.m. because he'd be panting and he wouldn't really like it. He was a trooper. He tried though. But that early morning, it hits you because I think about it. And that late evening hits you because I think about it. That late evening when you say to yourself, if Rambo was here, I would have been doing this. Or that early in the morning, that 5:30, that 6 a.m., and you're like, you know what, if Rambo was here, I'd be doing this. It really hits you. It's almost as if you want to skip those times and not think about them. It's almost as if you want to forget about those times. Not because you want to forget about your dog, but because you want to forget about the pain that you're about to experience because you miss your dog so much. I find myself going for walks anyway, and thinking about him, and it somewhat helps because I get to think about him and think of some smiles and think of what he would have done, and some of the people I met in the neighborhood, and I hate thinking about what he's missing out on. And I know Rambo had serious FOMO, which is why he was always in the same room I was in. Um, I think about that. But it's rough because it's always good and bad. That early morning when it's really cool, you can really feel it in the air. It's calm. And Rambo enjoyed the calm. He didn't enjoy hype. He really enjoyed calm. He liked to relax. And people thought it was a little dog. These little dogs are yappy, and that Rambo wasn't like that. He barely barked. Disturbances, he was very sort of alert to them, but for the most part, he was calm, and he liked that early morning walk because it was calm. I think he was a little bit disappointed sometimes when the walk would come to an end, even though we would do a long walk or sometimes short walks, depending on the timing. And I know sometimes he was like, man, I'm kind of thirsty, let's get home. Sometimes I'd let him lead. I'd say, which way you want to go? And he would pick. But those walks were us bonding. Those walks were our thing. And when you take that away, it just kind of sucks. I've said this in previous video, Rambo liked all the animals. He was fascinated with squirrels, fascinated with rabbits. And he would just stare at them and want to make friends. He never salivated like he wanted to, eat them or anything. He was fascinated. We had seen deer, and he was just like, whoa, that's like a big, tall version of me. He liked big dogs. Little dogs, it just didn't matter. And in some ways, I guess I love those things too because of Rambo. Maybe Rambo saw something in them to love. So I see that in animals as well. It's like there's a spirit in them. Now I don't just see them as animals, I see them as a being that has thoughts and feelings and emotions, and they can express themselves. It was a great way to start the day. And those thoughts would carry through the day. Rambo taught me something with those walks. So I miss those walks.